Hello, wonderful people from all over the globe. As the star of today's meeting, I, Toastmaster Gautam Jha, welcome each one of you to the 103rd meeting of Chalk and Duster Toastmaster Club. The mission of our Toastmaster Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. For information of all attendees, this meeting is being recorded and would be shared among members for study and self-reflection and in social media for greater reach to people interested in Toastmaster. In order to have a smooth meeting, here are 3 ground rules. Rules number 1, please put yourself on mute when not speaking. Don't interrupt while someone is speaking. Rule number 2, sex, religions, and politics are considered as taboo as per Toastmaster International Guideline. Refrain for discussing these topics. Rule number 3, please turn off your video if you are stepping out the meeting. Time now to invite on screen the presiding officer of today's meeting. She became part of the club in May 2022. After wearing the hats of SA for about 2 terms, she volunteered to shoulder the responsibility of being the president of this illustrious online club. She has authored 5 best-selling books. She loves to capture the ever-changing panorama of life through her camera. Photography being her hobby, an illustrious student from childhood, she excelled in her studies and is an MBA in marketing management. She has work experience, operational manager in HSBC Bank, and as well as teaching is an engineering and management college. Let me repeat what I always say, she is the bedrock of Chalk and Duster Club. May I request all of you to please unmute and with a thunderous applause, welcome the iconic Lady Toastmaster Ravinder Kaur, President Chalk and Duster. Welcome, Madam President.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Gautam Jha, for these wonderful words. So greetings, everyone. And congrats to one and all, as we all are celebrating the 76th year of independence on 15th August 2023, and we will enter into 77th year. We all live in a free society, and our decisions, our desire for the freedom and autonomy is our universal right. So there should be the respect for individual autonomy. So without taking much time, let me declare the meeting number 103 officially open. So before handing over the stage to TMOD, I have 2 announcements to make. Number 1, the Toastmaster Praveen Kumar has resigned from the post of treasurer. So our ExCom given the consent to elect a new member. So today I want to announce the name of the new treasurer. He is none other than the Toastmaster Gautam. Kudos to you, Toastmaster Gautam, for taking the initiative for this role, as well as attending the TLTP on the August 6th, as we selected you at the last moment. So Toastmaster Gautam, you are spotlighted. Kindly say a few words.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity as a treasurer. I will do work on this, and better achievement I have. I think lots of things is there, and I improve and continue the treasurer work. So thank you, Toastmaster Ravinder.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Gautam, for taking the initiative. And the second announcement I have to make is our club is conducting the table topic contest on 26th August. So kindly nominate yourself before the last date. As you know, tomorrow is the last date. 13th August is the last date. So kindly nominate yourself so that you can learn something new from the contest. So with this announcement, I have to check with the guest if someone is new. I think beside guest, we have one new Toastmaster, Toastmaster Shri Rupa. Let's hear from her. Just Toastmaster Shri Rupa.
Yeah, hello everyone. Good evening. Myself, Sri Rupa Wauge. By profession, I'm an occupational health and safety officer. I'm an entrepreneur as well. I'm running a clothing business in Mauritius, and I have import and export business here in Mauritius as well. Nice to meet you all. Have a good evening.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Shri Rupa. So who are the people? Toastmaster Reena Kumari. Kindly open your camera as well as the mic. You must kindly spotlight Toastmaster Reena.
Hello. Hi.
Hi. You're not visible. I think there is some technical issue.
Everyone.
Hello. Yes, we
Hello.
can hear you. Hello, Toastmaster N, you are there? Then you can open your camera and mic. Kindly say a few words. I think they both are having some technical issue. So without taking much time, let me invite Toastmaster of the day. He is a seasoned Toastmaster from Sobo Toastmaster Club. He is a project manager with Sistra MBA Consulting. He is an avid reader, dog lover, and nature lover. He believes in study nature, love nature, stay close to nature. It will never fail you. I'm on board with you that. So Toastmaster Shree Khebde, the virtual stage is all yours. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shree.
Thank you so much, Madam Toastmaster, for that wonderful introduction of me. I would request you to help me with giving me the rights so that I can share the presentation that I've created for today's meeting.
Granted. You can share.
Hold on. Amazing. Is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes.
All right. Just 1 second. Amazing. Now, guys, today we are here for this wonderful theme called the Independence Day. I request each and every one of you to participate a little and tell me what do you see in front of you right now. Please feel free to unmute yourself and speak.
We can observe the happiness in the kid's face, that he can do what he wants to do, happy to be free, no obstacle.
Amazing, amazing. Is that Sri Rupa speaking?
Exactly, it's here, Sri Rupa here.
That's good, that's good. Anyone else who wants to participate? Yes, yes. We don't have to raise hands, we just have to speak. It's a free country now.
Okay. I'll say. I am saying that future of India taking the Indian flag further into height.
Amazing, amazing. Toastmaster Manoj, would you like to say something?
Yeah, the dream of India is progressing forward.
Beautiful. Dashrath, Toastmaster Dashrath.
Yeah, sparrow in the background, we spread the message of brotherhood.
Amazing.
Entire world.
Toastmaster Nirmala, do you have anything to share?
The boy is free and happy and enjoying just like I already see.
Amazing. Toastmaster Ravinder.
Yes. as from my point of view, there is a pigeon that is a
Okay.
symbol of peace.
Amazing.
So we have shackled the chains from the
Right.
people. From the Englishman, they have given us the we have received the got the freedom from
Right,
that, and
right.
we have given the our country, our nation, India, to the young generation, so that they can take to our nation the
Amazing.
next height.
But
Toastmaster Sri, what I see, may I?
yes, absolutely. Yes.
What I see is no one is holding the national flag. I mean the symbolism.
Okay.
Rather, it is the freedom one is carrying in his own mind or with him wherever he or she goes.
Right.
Nation.
Right. Toastmaster Amit, do you want to contribute?
Yes,
Yes.
my point of view is we are going forward with along with peace.
Right.
This pigeon is also flying
Right.
with
Right.
us.
Right.
So it's a symbolic representation that we are going forward with peace. We are carrying with peace.
Right. Who else? Toastmaster Anne Whitehall, would you like to speak something? Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Mr. Toastmaster of the day. I want to say I am not from India, but I know about Independence Day here in Barbados, and with the picture that I'm seeing,
Right.
it seems that India is in very good hands because you're able to pass the baton, so to speak, to the younger generation to
Amazing.
see India through many more years of independence.
Amazing, amazing. Just as all of y'all mentioned, this has to be a picture of freedom. A kid who is absolutely free of all the shackles that were imposed onto him. Guys, to achieve this freedom, there was a lot of hard work and blood that was shed. In order to understand how we achieved freedom, I'd like to shed a little spotlight on the fact that how did we fall into the shackles? That's where the story starts. How does a nation fall into the clutches of the oppressor? And then, of course, the actual rule that happens onto the oppressed classes. And then lastly, only then we understand where we are, what we need to achieve, and how to achieve independence. For that, I have created this presentation. My meeting today is going to be divided into 3 different parts. How the nation is brought into clutches of an oppressor, the actual rule that happens, and how to free the nation that you're living in. Guys, please pay attention. Today's meeting is equally in that very line. But before I start, the first question, how is nation into the clutches of an oppressor? The oppressor generally uses a 3-step method to put you into oppression. First is that they will demoralize you. They will criticize the existing system that is there in your own country. Then they will destabilize you. They'll create divides between you. And then once the divide is already there, they will ask you to fight each other. That's when the crisis occurs. Now, this 3-step formula is used for one specific reason. That means even when the masses have a lot of information and a lot of knowledge, the masses will still be confused. They'll be confused as who is their actual leader. They'll be confused that who wants their betterment. They'll be confused who is with them. They will look at each other not as brothers, but as enemies. That is the intricate design the oppressor uses to oppress its masses. Are you guys with me? Are you guys following? Can I have a show of thumbs up or hands? Thank you, Manu.
Yes, we are.
Amazing, amazing. Now, if you were to put this into in parallel with India's condition, or if you are from one of those nations that has been into the clutches of oppressor, you would understand how the oppressed were told that how the existing system that they have, the religion that they follow, the education system that they follow, their existing history is false and wrong. Once that happens, they will destabilize you. They will tell you, you belong to a specific color, you belong to a specific caste, you belong to a specific religion. And once that happens, they will ask you to fight. Ask for your rights. Ask if you are a specific color, let's say your color of, let's say, red. Fight for your red color. If you belong to, let's say, color blue, fight for your blue color. So on and so forth. This is to create confusion within the masses. Once the masses is confused, then you can rule them. What is that famous saying that they always called the imperialistic British? To divide and to rule. Guys, today's meeting is equally designed in 3 different sections: the prepared speeches, the table topic rounds, and general evaluation. In order to understand, just as I understand and as I made sure that you guys understand the entire idea of how the nation is getting into the hands of the oppressor, we have a team of 3 members, the tag team. These people will help me with the meeting today. In order to introduce these guys, I have timer Toastmaster Pravin. Toastmaster Pravin, please be spotlighted. Toastmaster Pravin, before you come on stage and explain your role today, I want to ask you a simple question. Who, according to you, has been the best superhero in the history of Indian freedom struggle? And by superhero, I mean those people who shed their bloods for us.
Yes.
Over to you, Toastmaster Pravin.
Thank you, Mr. Shree, for the question. I don't think there was any particular superhero or any favorite superhero. I think all the freedom fighters who laid down their lives or who participated in the freedom struggle, they were all superheroes in their own unique, whether it be Mahatma Gandhi, Bhagat Singh, or all these freedom fighters and all that. So I don't have any particular superhero. I treat all freedom fighters with respect. So all freedom fighters in my eyes are superheroes.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pravin. Would you like to share what is your role today?
Yes, thank you. So good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. My name is Toastmaster Praveen Kumar, and I am playing the role of timer in today's meeting. As a timer, I'll be noting down the time taken by each of the speakers in all the segments, that is the prepared speeches, table topics, and the evaluation segment. For the evaluation segment, the time is 5 to 7 minutes, where at 5 minutes, I would be showing the green card, and at 6 minutes, I would be showing the yellow card, and at 7 minutes, I will be showing the red card. And for the table topic segment, the time is 1 to 2 minutes. And so I will note down the time taken by each of the speakers, and I will present my report during the evaluation segment. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pravin. Now, the next person we have is Toastmaster Amit. Toastmaster Amit, I would like to ask you the same question. Who, according to you, is one of the best superheroes, according to you, who has contributed to the Indian freedom struggle? Or if you have any reading about the external history, the history that is not related to India, and there you have read about the independence struggle. If you have any hero from there, would you like to share one?
For me, actually, for the freedom of India, like all for me, all are superheroes who fighted for us. Nobody means, if we say a single one, yeah, somebody is named as a special, so it's partiality for others. So for me, all those who fighted for India, they are superheroes. Who fighted for our independence, they are superheroes. And like Mahatma Gandhi, Subhash Chandra Bose, they all are superheroes, and they all have done very good things for us, and by virtue of their sacrifice, we are today we are independent, and we we can means we can enjoy our this Independence Day. So it's their those persons credits. So all are superhero for me. Those who has fighted for India.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amit. Would you like to share what is your role today, Toastmaster Amit?
Today my role is counter, and myself Toastmaster Amit, and today my role is counter for this meeting.
Okay. Would you like to elaborate what this role consists of, Toastmaster Amit?
This means this roles is counting the filler words and pauses. Means when we are speaking, like just some pauses we are taking, and some filler words we put this counting I have to done today for the speakers.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amit, for that wonderful explanation. Now, next we have Toastmaster Nirmala as the grammarian for the day. Toastmaster Nirmala, I would like to ask you the same question. Do you have any specific superhero from the Indian freedom struggle that you loved the most? Toastmaster Nirmala, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. According to me, so everyone is hero who is participant, who is give their effort and for this our freedom. Everyone is up for, but in this all hero, I inspired by one is Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, because his mind mapping or his thinking process is just what should I say, the thinking extremely different levels. So that's for me, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose is for me, according to me, it's a real superhero. And today I playing the role of grammarian. So for a grammarian, I will pay close attention to every speaker, and I will note the good usage of word or bad usage of word. And the end of the day, when the evaluator call me, I will explain my give my report. Who speaker who uses the good words or bad words. And so as I am playing the role of grammarian, so it's my responsibility for word of the to explain the word of the day. And today was word of the day is autonomy. That means freedom. Like I need my freedom and my autonomy. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nirmala. Indeed, Netaji was a great personality, and it was a sad moment when he couldn't fulfill what he was supposed to do, and he was caught into the crash. Moving on, we have the first segment coming up, the prepared speeches round. In this, we have an evaluator who will be evaluating the speakers. For our first speaker of the day, I'd like to call his evaluator, Toastmaster Pravad. Are you there?
Yes.
Toastmaster Pravad, before you begin your explanation, I would like to ask you a simple question. Who was your favorite freedom fighter?
Yes, without any second thought, it's Subhash Chandra Bose. It's pretty simple for me because of three key reasons. The first one, he just gave away a lucrative civil services job to see something, to pursue something that is worthwhile for him, that is to involve in the freedom fight of the nation. The second, that he challenged the status quo, because whatever was there in the system, it was very difficult for anyone to challenge anyone, any position in the Indian National Congress. And the third, it's awe-inspiring leadership and communication skills. Despite being out of India, he put, I concretely get so much force just to throw a challenge to the British at that point of time, so that the British were rather scared and fled away only because of the devastations caused by Subhash Chandra Bose, rather than the non-violence movement, what I personally believe. Subhash Chandra Bose ki jai. Thank you.
Amazing. Yes. Over to you, Toastmaster Pravad. Please explain your role today.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, our first speaker, Manoj Lenka, would be delivering his speech in the level 4 and second speech. That would be concluding speech for the project. Manoj, Toastmaster Manoj is in a quest in a Toastmasters to evaluate his inner strength and mental stamina. He's passionate about 3 M's: Mother, Mother India, and Mother Nature. To reduce his carbon footprints, he's become a minimalist and a vegan. Kudos. And today's his pathway of motivational strategy, that's project 2 in level 4. His objective is to complete a project to benefit the club with a team and then share a story. This is beneficial to all the members as well as the club. So I would be evaluating Toastmaster Manoj this evening, and I will be presenting my evaluation when the general evaluator calls for me. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pravat. Now, next, we have our first speaker, Toastmaster Manoj. Now, this guy is the ever handsome guy, ever energetic guy. I once asked him, what is his secret of the energy? He said, 3 lovers: his body, his mind, and his breath. He keeps romanticizing with these 3 lovers. Toastmaster Manoj, with his speech title, The Bundle of Joy, Toastmaster Manoj, over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Sri. Now, a question to the audience. Who is superior, the male of the species or the female of the species? Okay, without waiting for an answer, the word female contains the male within. The word woman contains the man within. The word she contains the he within. Could the male of the species in the audience imagine an existence without the feminine umbrella enveloping us? Definitely not. My heartfelt gratitude to the female of the species present in this august audience. Could anyone tell me who is superior of the two? A mother or her daughter? One is the creator, the other the creation. Can a creation become superior to the creator? A question to ponder. Now, I'll request all of you, close your eyes and relax. Breathe in deeply and breathe out slowly, very, very slowly. Let's take a nostalgic journey. A human baby takes 9 months of gestation period to get ready to see the light of the day. Now, to the mothers in the audience, let's experience what happens when the mothers in the audience, let's relive that feeling of your child, a bundle of joy gliding out of your womb, cradled within your arms, giving you that toothless smile. Imagine the baby suckling at your bosom, a pure experience of ecstasy, a joy which cannot be described in words. And that is what the male of the species remains deprived of. Now, those who have closed their eyes, you can open your eyes with a smile. Oh, how I wish to be born a woman to experience that heavenly bliss, to experience that symbiotic relationship, that ecstasy of a creator and her creation. The feeling is no different. When Leonardo da Vinci painted his masterpiece, the Mona Lisa, when Augusta Rodin carved in stone the Thinker, when Beethoven composed the Ninth Symphony, where Nobel laureate Gurudev Ravinder Tagore wrote Gitanjali. For Da Vinci, for Rodin, for Beethoven, for Tagore, and for all of us, our creations are our bundle of joy. Yes, Eliot, audience, for creators, their creations are their bundle of joy. My profession involves training and administration. Beside publishing, till date, I have more than 3 dozen of compiled publications. As editor, I have selected articles, photographs, designed it, given it to the publisher to be published. So these publications are like the bundle of joy for an editor. In 2016, when I joined my maiden club in Dehradun, our club used to function from 3 to 5 every Saturday. After 1700 hours, I used to rush home to write an article about the club proceeding with a photograph. I used to send it to the English daily Godwal Post to be published first thing in the morning in the Sunday edition of the paper. In Chennai, when I migrated to Chennai, there as part of Chennai Champions Toastmaster Club and later on Walkie-Talkie Nangaluru Club, I edited their club e-newsletter. Normally, beside a volunteer editor and a designer to compile the work, sharing the gestation period of pain and pleasure, a team works give both to a club newsletter. Joining Chalk and Duster, I had the dream of publishing the club newsletter. In last term, first 3 months went by debating about a suitable day to conduct our meeting. Next, it was finding members to make the club alive because most of us were actively inactive. I once shared my feelings in the ESCA. It was like flogging a dead horse before erecting a tombstone inscribing "Rest in peace, RIP." My sincere gratitude to the backbone of Chalk and Duster Club, Toastmaster Ravinder. Without her commitment, the club could have been resting under the tombstone now. My sincere thanks to contributors, Ravinder, Imran, Danis, Siba, who did, and of course, not to forget the chatter president, the dynamic Lucky, who did volunteer to design the club newsletter that saw the light of the day 3 months after 3 months of gestation period on the occasion of our 100th meeting. During the gestation period, I was the expectant mother, and Lucky was the gynecologist who helped in the birthing of the bundle of joy. Most of the clubs in good standing prefer a 6-monthly publication. The gestation period in sync with the club term of 6 months. Ours is a club which is now bounding forward. And I think we should publish our bundle of joy every 6 months to suckle and embrace, to cradle and kiss a club newsletter every 6 months. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manoj. That was a wonderful speech. I'm sure only when you had the autonomy to do the work, you managed to do what you did. Next, we have the second speaker. Before I call upon the second speaker, I'd like to call the second evaluator for that speaker, Toastmaster Lucky. Toastmaster Lucky, before you start, I would like to know from you, who's that one freedom fighter that has inspired you all throughout history? Over to you, Toastmaster Lucky.
Thank you, TMOD. As many would agree, it is, for many of us, it is Subhash Chandra Bose. But yes, there are we cannot just identify one person as the hero, but as a child, we grew up having him as a hero, and most of us grew up with that kind of patriotic feeling and having him as our hero of freedom fighting. But otherwise, I think every freedom fighter have played their role, and they all are heroes.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Lucky. Would you like to share what is your role today?
Yes, I'm evaluator for speaker 2.
Thank you so much. What are you exactly evaluating?
Yes, so speaker 2, Toastmaster Dashrath, is giving his first speech. So this is an icebreaker speech. So I would be evaluating him on his understanding of what a public speaking is to initiate with. So basically understanding the giving the first speech as it should be in Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Lucky. Now the next speaker, Toastmaster Dashrath. Toastmaster Dashrath has a fail in his title. I'm pretty sure he's not gonna fail today and gonna pass with flying colors. Toastmaster Dashrath failed to fail. That's F.A.I.L. Fail to fail. Toastmaster Dashrath, over to you.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. How many of you have heard the word failure, stupid, idiot, donkey, good for nothing, useless, worthless? How many of you heard this word? I think everybody.
times
This
I
has
have heard this.
this has a deep impact on my childhood, and I will narrate how it has led to my transformation. A 10-year-old boy from a remote village in Karnataka. Daddy got a job in Mumbai, got transferred. Previously, I'm studying in the vernacular medium. When I moved into Mumbai, it was a high-flying English medium. I was not knowing how to speak English or write English alphabet. You can imagine the vernacular medium and English medium, two many different. Disaster was going to happen. And the 5th standard, a 10-year-old boy flunked for the first time. 5th standard, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Everybody got sympathized with me. Okay, this boy is new to the Mumbai city, is not knowing the culture of English medium. So we can sympathize with him. So everybody was fighting, okay, next time you can pass. Then came the day, 2nd year in the 5th standard. Everybody was waiting outside. It was a parent-teacher meeting. Everybody was excited and puzzled as where they will go after the result, what treat they should ask from the parents. But there was only one question in my mind, whether I will pass or no. The teacher called my parents. My mother was waiting outside, handed over the report card. And one more disaster. Failed in 3 subjects once again. This is the 2nd time I have failed. Everybody is laughing at me. I do not know where to hide my face. My mummy was crying. When the mother cried, there were 3 kinds of tears. Tears of joy, tears of shame, and tears of helplessness. As she was holding my hand and we were walking towards the home, in the right hand side, she was holding my report card. And in the left hand side, I was holding her hand and I was continuously looking into her eyes. Tears were coming down continuously. And I can see she was totally helpless. Normally, she wanted to hit me. She wanted to shout at me, but this time it was different. By looking at the tears in her eyes, I promised to myself that mother, today you must be cursing that why God has given a child like me, who is duffer, who is idiot, who is good for nothing. But I promise to you yourself that one day all the mothers in the world will be proud of me and will come to you and say that we would like to have a son like your son. This was the story. Everybody, every student in the class doesn't want to mingle with me. I was sitting in the backbencher. I was a backbencher. I was not confident at all. I was used to walk like this. I do not know how to read and write. And disaster was waiting to happen. It was so traumatic that one day I decided to run away from the home. I go to the jungle. I wanted to end my life, but suddenly I found some article of the newspaper which says that where there is a will, there is a way. And I read that newspaper cutting very well, and that led to my transformation. And what was the newspaper cutting was all about? A average student may think that to score first class in an examination is not within his reach, or a doctor may be of the opinion that a particular disease is not curable. But each one of these make a firm resolution and work toward it wholeheartedly, success will definitely touch their feet. There was a time when flying in the air, traveling in the space, and sending messages and pictures over the air were all regarded as flight of fancy and imagination. Today we see all these things have been made possible. The question is how these things have been made possible. Answer is very clear and simple. By a person, willpower, determination, dedication, commitment, and the perseverance. So I decided that this should have a transformation in me. I should bring about a change in me, because the change is the only thing which is permanent in this world. Rest all things are temporary. Change cannot be given to everybody. You must bring the change by yourself. Change or the change will change you. Living human beings should change. Dead bodies don't change. That which does not change does not grow, and that which does not grow dies. Human being alone is capable of the transformation. So I decided myself that my life can be a mess or it can be a message to the world. So I came back with more vigor and the vitality that I am going to change myself. The transformation should happen. And from that onward, whatever came in my mind, whatever the subject was, that I started mugging up. And I started mugging up so hard that I became more expert in that. And after that, there was no looking back. It was 10th standard, 12th standard, graduation with first class. Then I did my MBA in HR. I was a topper in that, then LLB, and there was no looking back. And that's what I said, that when there is a will, there is a way. If there is no way, we have to make our own way. Success is bound to be ours. No one can stop you from your march towards the success. And lastly, I will say that a Robert Frost's poem, which says that the woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promised to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. Thank you.
Wow. Toastmaster Dashrath, I surely don't believe that this is the first time you have spoken. I'm pretty sure all those judges that you argue in front of with your LLB degree, I'm pretty sure they must be also clapping for you. Let's just have a standing round of applause for Toastmaster Dashrath for fulfilling and completing his first speech.
Thank you. Thank you.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Now, the next speaker is Toastmaster Pravad. But before I call this speaker, I would like to call his evaluator, who is again the same energetic guy that I asked the same question. Toastmaster Manoj, before you start, I would like to know from you, who is that one freedom fighter that you admire the most? Over to you, Toastmaster Manoj.
I admire Gandhi the most. Somebody said, a scientist said, years to come, people won't believe such a person in flesh and blood walked this earth. It is difficult for me to believe that with the unique weapon of nonviolence and truth, he was able to dethrone those Britishers who were here for more than 200 years. Now, for the evaluation, thank you so much. Happy wishes to all Toastmasters and guests present in this virtual platform. As for the guidelines, I don't have much autonomy. I need to follow the guideline. The set speech objective for veteran Toastmaster Prashant Ranjan Behera. He has to share his leadership vision and a well thought out, workable plan for implementation of the same. So his leadership vision and a workable plan for implementation of the same within a time span of 5 to 7 minutes. So over to Toastmaster of the day, Sri.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manoj. Our next speaker, who is a passionate lover of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. He knows Netaji inside out. He knows what Netaji fought for, what he stood for, and what kind of ideas Netaji had for India. Pretty much similar, today, Toastmaster Pravat is going to explain on similar lines the succession plan for leadership in Chalk and Duster Toastmaster Club. Toastmaster Pravat, succession plan for leadership in Chalk and Duster Toastmaster Club. Over to you, Toastmaster Pravat.
Hello? Yeah, I'm in a Toastmaster meeting. What? Who killed Bahubali? How does it matter to you? Stop this nonsense. By the way, let me tell you that appeals me less than now take this third that what happened to the kingdom of Mahismati after the demise of Bahubali. Okay, we'll talk later. Nonsense. Oh, I forgot. How many of you watched the movie Bahubali? I'm sure pretty all of you because I watched it twice. Thank you. I feel I take this autonomy to empathize with all of you. So after watching Bahubali, what appeals me more is what happened to Mahismati after the demise of the mighty king Bahubali. Why there is so much anarchy, so much chaos and disruption in the law and order situation just after the demise of the king? And thoughts? Because this is what I'm going to pursue as a project in my club, Chalk and Dusters. It is the lack of leadership, the lack of succession plan in that kingdom. Had there been a good succession plan in that Mahismati state that is so vast in its empire and so prosperous at that moment of time, no one could even simply think of restoring the law and order situation on their own. So this resonates well with my project that to find a succession plan in my club, once the present excom just gets discharged from their responsibilities in the next tenure. This project brings me to a position where I need to present my project in two phases. The first speech is to present my vision and my plan and my goals. And the next speech, next evaluation, it will be a 360-degree evaluation where I will be putting my plan and I will be briefing how I implemented this plan here and what was my learning and how my 3-member coordinating team, guiding team helped me achieving this objective. So here is my plan. Just let me take to this vision. This vision that I have chosen for this club is Toastmasters are being groomed for leadership positions in personal and professional life. Because this is in sync with the idea that we are here in this club to improve our communication skill as well as leadership skills. So this doesn't limit us to this club alone. So with these vision in mind, I just chalked out a plan as per the template of the Toastmasters. Here is the project succession plan for leadership in Chalk and Dusters Toastmasters Club. The basic purpose was to lay foundation and pave way for the next batch of leaders, what we call XComs, in other areas as well. Because it's not restricted to the XComs alone, because there are so many other members and guests who voluntarily come up and take roles, even without asking for them. So existing Toastmasters in the as well as guests are our resources, and there is no budget allocated to it because I will be coordinating with my team of 3 guiding members and seasoned Toastmasters in this club, and key deliverables as per the project are showing up in the meeting and managing ourselves better, committing to self and take up speeches and other roles from time to time, and mentoring other members as we are being mentored often by senior Toastmasters. As I am in the process of taking up this project, this will take about 5 to 6 sittings or meetings where my guiding members would be closely monitoring and evaluating my performance and guiding me execute this plan well. So that after a gap of say around 5 to 6 months, when the present ExCom would be discharging their responsibilities and paving way for the new members to take up roles, whether my plan would be successful or not, that would be a deciding factor, and that would be evaluated in my next speech, maybe 3 to 4 weeks hence, in my 360-degree evaluation. And with this being a practical one, and this is my first speech of the level 5, and because this comes under the high performance leadership project, this would be just this purpose of this speech was to make you aware of this project. And more than that, it is more insight for me that how my guiding team are contributing to my growth, my implementation in different stages. And I have requested a few Toastmasters, and I have not yet get confirmation from 1 and 2 members have confirmed me. I'm thankful to them. With this, I would be completing my speech, and thank you everyone for having patient listening. And I would expect that my guiding members as well as other team members of this club would be supporting me in effectively implementing this project and make our club a success one. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pravad. That's an interesting look at it. Now, okay, is my screen visible again?
Yeah.
Amazing. Right. Now that we are done with the prepared speeches, next we have an interesting session called a table topic session. But before we move forward to the point where the actual rule of India happened, just 1 second. Yeah. To the point where the actual rule of India happened. These were the interesting points where the resistance was provided to the oppressor by various peoples across India. These people, according to me, are the superheroes. Now, guys, please understand, the first war of independence is generally known as the Sepoy Mutiny, but not as the first war of independence. Can anyone here tell me who initiated the first war of independence?
Mangal Pandey, I guess.
Amazing. No, you don't have to guess. That's the right answer, Toastmaster Danish. One female prominent leadership was emerging. Who was that? That female was from Jhansi.
Rani Lakshmi.
Rani Lakshmi Bai.
Rani Lakshmi Bai.
Amazing. Thank you so much for that participation. Now, guys, if you pay attention, I purposely marked Jallianwala Bagh massacre into green. Can anyone tell me why?
After the Jallianwala Bagh, so then the revolution started.
Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else wants to try? How about Dashrath?
The start of Second World War.
Okay, around there, yes.
Yeah.
All right. So the most important thing with Jallianwala Bagh was there was one guy who ordered to fire at people who were protesting peacefully. The most important thing that pointed to me, that irked me, was that people who fired at the innocent guys were Indians. It was not the Britishers. Understand very carefully. The previous slide where I explained the oppressor will use to demoralize you first, then they will destabilize you, and then they will create crisis. And all of this they will do through you. They will not do themselves.
Yes.
They will make you guys do everything. That's how oppressors function. That's where the actual operation happens. The operation never happens when a bomb is blasted. The operation happens when people put that seed of demoralization into you. They make you believe that the very country that you belong to is not really the right country to live in. They will make you believe that the very religion that you follow is not right. The very land that you follow is not right. The very leaders that you follow are not right. That's why I painted this very line, the Jallianwala Bagh massacre, as green. Because in this, there is a learning. If only one soldier who was firing at the innocent guys would have turned and fired a shot at that man who was asking them to fire, maybe things would have been different today. If that person would have taken that split-second decision, all those army men who were involved. Our next session, the table topic session, is on similar lines. You have to take split-second decisions, and that would decide you being a better speaker or not. In order to present that, we have Toastmaster Ravinder, a seasoned Toastmaster, the president for this very club, the TTM for today, who gives amazing speeches. Toastmaster Ravinder, over to you. But before you start, who is your favorite freedom fighter, or who is that freedom fighter who has inspired you throughout your lifetime? Over to you, Toastmaster Ravinder.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shree, for giving me this opportunity to conduct the table topic session. But before that, I want to answer your question that who is my superhero? As I belong to Punjab, so I must say that my superhero is Shahid Bhagat Singh. And I still believe what he has said at that time. They may kill me, but they cannot kill my ideas. They can crush my body, but they will not be able to crush my spirit. I am really impressed by these words. So these words are inspiring us from day one. We have heard from him these things. And the second thing is the Rani Lakshmi Bai. And Rani Lakshmi Bai inspire all of us to fight for our rights. So these two are my superheroes. So after this, I want to start my table topic session. Greetings everyone once again. So as we all know, table topic is a wonderful segment for all of us. Do you know why we conduct all this? Why we conduct the table topic section? Anyone? Anyone can open the mic.
To organize our thoughts and think on our own feet.
Yes.
So that we can promptly speak up. While talking, our ideas will be more clear, and through our wordings, it will be conveyed.
Yes, you are
For a
absolutely right.
spontaneous response.
Yes.
Besides this, I feel there are two more important aspects to it. The first is conquering your fear, because a lot of people are watching. You have less time to think and speak. And the second is coming out of your comfort zone. It is easy to sit back and listen. Very difficult to come out and speak, but you are may not be aware. And but there are many people to judge, just 190 to 120 seconds.
Yes, you are absolutely right, Toastmaster Prabhat. Actually, the impromptu speaking session or the table topic session usually help us to develop these 4 communication skills. Number 1 is the listening skills, then the thinking skills, then organizing the content, and the fourth one is the delivering the speech. So in order to help you all, I have prepared few questions, simple questions based on our theme of the day, that is autonomy. So I would like to call upon someone who want to take the initiative for this, or I would call randomly from some.
I will take the first question.
Thank you, Toastmaster Danish. As we all know that today's theme, a word of the day is autonomy. So I just want to request you to kindly use that word. Okay. So for you, I have one question. Imagine you have a day with complete autonomy. How would you spend that day and why? I repeat, imagine you have a day with complete autonomy. How would you spend this day and why? Over to you, Danish.
Thank you, table topic master Ravinder, for this wonderful topic to speak on. If I have a day what how I'm going to how I'm going to do in that day, right? I'm quite lazy and introvert person, right? I will spend my whole day in my room, sitting and backing watch movie, Netflix or anything, right? But if I get all the freedom in my life, I will do. If still I'm getting all the freedom in my life, I always want to do. I always do that I always want to do in my life, right? If I particular day, I will go to some different places and go with to meet some different person that I'm not able to meet, right? Because some constraints or everything, right? Due to my job or something like that. I think for me the freedom is that to to get in touch with the people that you don't ever I get time to get connect with, right? It's like every Saturday we used to connect with each other, right? But as a whole, not but every week we are not able to in touch, right? So I think that is a freedom that I want my life to go everywhere and somewhere, right? If I want to go some other place, I can go, right? And my freedom, for me, the freedom is basically a right to speak and right what are you going to speak, right? In any situation, right? And try to live on my own, right? I don't want to listen that I want to choose, that I want to do, I will do it by myself, right? I don't know, I want just people can give me suggestion, but they can't they can talk me, don't teach me that what should I do and why should I do that, right? So that freedom is quite important in every person's life, right? Thanks, and back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Danish, for attempting this wonderful question and sharing your elegant thought on this. So who want to take the next opportunity? Yes, Rina. Kindly open your camera.
Hi.
Hi. So are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah. For you, I have a question. How does autonomy relate to your personal growth? I repeat, how does autonomy relates to your personal growth? Over to you, Toastmaster Rina.
So if we got freedom or autonomy, then we will able to think about ourselves. Sometimes it happens in village. If we talk about in villages, so they have no rights to express their self, and mostly for girls, and there are no rights to study. Sometimes they got the chance to study for up to school, but after that they don't get chance to study and develop their self. But if they got the chance, they got the chance to help themselves, they will think about themselves in which way they want to live. They will work on their self, and accordingly they will achieve lots of height. And just like Rani Lakshmi Bai and many freedom fighters, they will able to do lots of things for their self and also for this country. So that's all. Thank you. Back to you, Ravinder.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rina. So who want to be the next one? Kindly raise your hand.
Hi, me. Hi. Ashok.
Yeah, you must kindly spotlight you. Yes, Toastmaster Show. For you, I have a question. Autonomy and decision making. What are your views on this? Autonomy and decision making.
Season making.
Decision making.
Okay, decision.
Okay. Thank you, table topic master. Autonomy and decision making. Of course, autonomy should be there for every individual, both autonomy as well as decision making should be there for every living individual. Because one of my personal story I would like to share here is that me and my sister are both classmates. She is equally talented than me. Because of gender, female gender, my father choose her art category and send me to science category. So I was little obsessed with that decision because my sister is very talented than me. Today I will feel that. So I always think that this culture has to be erased. Both should be autonomous, and this female gender should be more autonomous and should be given more decision making in my point of view. Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster, for giving this opportunity.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Show, for attempting this question. I have last lot left. Who want to attempt? Okay, there are 4 people. Oh my God, 5. Now I have to pick a lucky draw from all these 5. So, okay, Satya. Are you ready, Satya?
Yes, I am ready.
Yeah, that's good. How does autonomy influence our inner peace? How does autonomy influence our inner peace? Over to you, Toastmaster Satya.
The best emotion a human being can experience is love. And love is the best emotion because it brings peace. So when we are in absolute autonomy, we are at peace. Why? Because the sense of scarcity that I am not having enough, or I'll lose this, or he'll get that thing, or I'll not get that thing, that emotion totally vanishes. And that brings absolute abundance, which is the first key to experience absolute peace. In that way, I'll connect autonomy with peace. Thanks for the wonderful question, Toastmaster, table topic master. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Satya, for your thoughts. Still there are 4 hand raised. Toastmaster of the day, do we have time?
We are a little short on time, but we can take 2 more and I'll run through what I am supposed to do. Yeah.
Okay, I will take only 1.
Sure.
Yeah. So this time I will take Sarika Das. Kindly open your mic and camera. Sarika, are you there? Sarika or Sarija Das? Okay, you can unmute
Hello?
yourself. Yeah,
Yes,
you can
I'm here.
unmute.
Sorry, it's
Okay.
Sarika. I wrongly wrote it.
Yeah, that's right. No worry. Sarika, for you, I have a question. How does autonomy influence your life? How does autonomy influence your life? Over to you, Toastmaster Sarika.
Okay, so actually, due to autonomy, decision can be made faster. So there is less interference. Suppose when you are in a what can I say, in a situation where there is much confusion, and when you are sitting with many people, so suppose regarding a matter we have to conclude, come to a point, but when you are come to a point, then there is a much chaos in there. But when I am taking that decision alone, then I can make it a bit faster and it can be ended quite well. And I think that in our life, whenever we want to move forward, I think due to this autonomy nature, I can take a decision bit what can I say, a bit early. And suppose that you think whenever I am trying to move fast in my career, so in that time, whenever I have chosen my path on my own, so I have been able to do much better without listening to other people. And I have seen that suppose whenever I am in an atmosphere where various people are sitting and they are talking about a matter which is not quite irrelevant matter they are talking, but whenever I am saying from my point of view, that's becoming more interesting. So that's all from my side.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sarika, for your wonderful attempt. With this, I will conclude my table topic session. Thank you so much, everyone, for taking the initiative and attempting the impromptu speech. And thank you once again for sharing your eloquent thoughts and view. Now over to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Shree.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ravinder. Now, moving forward, India achieved its freedom in 1947. But the main question remains, are we truly free? In order to understand how those oppressors put us into oppression, we also need to remove that oppression. First, we need to curb the ongoing crisis that is going on. How do we know the crisis is still going on? The first thing that happened during the crisis was the drawing of the boundaries. The nation was divided. And this, the oppressors specifically started. They just did not did it with India, but across the globe. Then within India, create stability within the masses that is currently unstable, and then build confidence, bring confidence within themselves, ask them to be proud of who they are, tell them that they should be proud of their motherland, they should be proud of their languages, they should be proud of the kind of clothing they wear, they should be proud of their nature, they should be proud of their boundaries, they should be proud of themselves. That's how we make our country free. In order to understand this very aspect of getting our country free, we have to make sure that we learn from our past mistakes. Within our meeting, we have someone called as Toastmaster Ashok, who is going to be the general evaluator, who is going to give us good feedbacks and tell us where we need to improve, just as my presentation. Toastmaster Ashok, over to you. But before you start, I would like to know from you, who was that one freedom fighter that has inspired you throughout your lifetime?
Thank you, Toastmasters of the Day, Toastmaster Shree. In fact, like many of us have said, that is true for me too. There is no a particular one who can be named. But for me, the leader can be one. Leader may be one. Maybe Subhash, maybe Gandhiji, maybe Patel, or maybe Tilak, Lokmanya Tilak. But it is everyone who has contributed in giving a thought towards it, morally supporting the persons who are fighting for it. They are giving they might have given their time, they might have given their money. Even the families who have suffered because their main family members either he is in prison or he has been sent to heaven. Everyone was a contributor. So for me, there is no single person. Each and every person like that is a hero for me. So with that and with your permission, I will take my role. Should I move?
Yes, please. Thank you so much.
My dear Toastmasters friends, Independence Day greetings to everyone in advance. After listening to all experienced Toastmasters and excellent speakers, one of them was so-called icebreaker, I would say, because it did not look at all an icebreaker speech one. And the excellent table topic speakers. Now let me take you straight away to the evaluation segment. Let me ask you a question. How many of you love sweet dishes? You may unmute and answer. How many of you love sweet dish?
I do.
I do also.
Oh, yes. Good. And one more question. How many of you love sour kind of things?
If it's limbu pani, yes.
Okay. So, many. Right, Sai. Right. So me and my team, let us serve some sweet dishes and some sour kind of things. Maybe some mangoes and with some karela to you. I hope you will accept that with, you will be happy to receive that. So to start with, the first speaker was Toastmaster Manoj, who delivered his level 4 project 2 speech, and which was evaluated by Toastmaster Pravat. So I hereby invite Toastmaster Pravat with his evaluation for Toastmaster Manoj. Toastmaster Pravat, over to you. You are on mute.
Sorry. I could virtually experience a bundle of joy on the face of the experienced and seasoned Toastmaster Manoj Slinka. First of all, I would congratulate him on a successful completion of his project of level 4 and project 2. And coming to the speech, he was taking us through an experience, through different connotations, different instances. Instead of just watching him to evaluate, I was rather enthralled and watching. That is the level of experience and the sort of experience he brings into his speech. The basic objective of Toastmaster Manoj was to complete a project to benefit the club with a team and share a story. He narrated both of them in such a way and intertwined that it was simply so fascinating. The different levels of his journey in the Toastmasters, how he helped this Toastmasters club from a transition when it was sinking now to a stage where it is flourishing, which you can visually see and also experience from the general observations of each one of the Toastmasters. One of the quotes that really inspired me is, can the creator become superior than his creation? The thoughts like this resonates with the project he was carrying out for the club. And the examples that one is that the Gitanjali for Ravinder Tagore, the Leonardo da Vinci's creation of Mona Lisa, and all this, they were so beautifully interpreted that I could simply just engage and awestruck to the speech, the delivery. Very well delivered. And the more I talk about the speech, it was transitioned because it is quite relevant to the project. It was so well delivered, as observed from your experience, that you're writing a letter to about the project and taking up with the different members how to take this club to a next higher level. And while delivering, I observed that your body language, your vocabulary, your expressions were simply awesome. I was really awestruck. And there is complete autonomy to your dispositions. So congratulations to you. And only I have two suggestions to take your speech to a next higher level, if at all I can suggest that. That is simple, that I could at some point of time I couldn't get the exact audio clarity, maybe because of a distance from the mic, and sometimes clarity on your face, because more than we speak also we would tend to visualize, see the speaker. And I was expecting a little more clarity on your accomplishment, because all the Toastmasters are just going through your journey. So about more focus on the how the total accomplishment would have been more, pinpointed. It would have been a better and clarity of voice, as I said. And with this complete journey and successful completion of your project, contributing to the growth of the club, I would wish more success in your next level. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster for giving your valuable input. This will definitely help not only the speaker which you evaluated, but all of us. Because to me, any evaluation is not for only the speaker. It is for every member of the club, because there is something to learn. There is something to keep in mind while delivering our speeches. So thank you, Toastmaster Prabhat. The second speaker was Toastmaster Dashrath, who delivered his icebreaker speech. Once again, I would say that it didn't look as an icebreaker speech at all. Kudos to you, Dashrath. I will invite Toastmaster Lucky to have her words of evaluation for Toastmaster Dashrath. Toastmaster Lucky, stage is yours.
Toastmaster Dashrath. Ladies and gentlemen, this speech was an icebreaker speech. Well, my guess I was thinking all the time, am I failing in what I had to do? Did I read the instruction well? Was this an icebreaker speech that I had to evaluate? Well, Toastmaster Dashrath, your speech was much above the level that is expected from an icebreaker speech. You are already a very good speaker. I would like to point out some of the major wonderful things that you did during your speech. Number one, you started with a question. You engaged the audience. You gave us the autonomy to be with you to answer to your question. Second, you shared your story. All throughout your speech, there was story about you failing, about your mother, the emotions and everything you included in your speech. Third, you talked about some research, you talked about article that you read. So you included everything that one can have in a great speech. Great start, story, article, a reference to some good article or research work, or reference to some quotation. So you talked about where there is a will, there is a way. So that was wonderful. Only one suggestion that I would like to give you at this point of time, you have started on a very good note and you can go very far, much beyond than where you are today. A bit of autonomy of the space that you had around you, maybe you can use a little more. You can, when you said that I used to walk like this, at that time you can show us that you were like this, you used to walk like this. So that those kind of space utilization, and of course we saw the voice modulation, a bit more of emotions and slowing of your speech a bit could also give more emotions to your speech, and it will definitely be at much higher level. Overall, I would say that your speech was a fail in a different perspective. It was fantastic. It was amazing. It was inspiring, and it was lovely. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lucky. Without wasting time, I straight away invite Toastmaster Manoj, who evaluated speech given by Toastmaster Pravat. It was the speech of level 5, project 1. Toastmaster Manoj, the stage is yours with your evaluation.
Success plan for leadership in our club. Quite an apt topic for chalk industry. And plan. So PLAN. Planning of his speech was from the start till the end. The introduction was awesome. The conclusion again had a message for all of us. And the structure, it was well structured. So planning, it showed the way he delivered his talk. It showed that great planning had gone into each aspect of the speech. Then comes L. L stands for language. He used simple, to the point, language. He didn't forget even to use the word of the day autonomy. So that shows a thinking mind that can articulate and make everybody understand whatever he speaks. Third is the aim or objective. So the aim and objective is sort the vision of the leader who is going to lay a kind of blueprint for next ESCOM. The next thing becomes better when the present thing is good. So he said, I'll have a plan for the next ESCOM to take off. So it had a good planning, language was apt, third was his vision, the aim that he showed us. Third, novelty. I think there it was an icing on the cake when he picked off his mobile phone and started speaking to somebody. It is not, one has to be very, very comfortable doing that. And the kind of experience he has, he was able to integrate that aspect into his talk. So all this took your speech to a next level. Now coming on to few elements that can be incorporated, I feel, can make your speech outstanding. One is conclusion. Your introduction was awesome. As I said, it was icing on the cake. Conclusion was somewhat bare. It didn't have that impact, that bang or that jing in the conclusion. Had you told us, this is what I'm looking for in 6 months' time, when we reopen the next segment, this is my vision and we're going to translate it into action. Something of that sort could have given that impact. Second, you need to bring in variety in your body language. I found it is a bit monotonous. So get variety in your body language, then audience will be more immersed into your talk. But overall, there's a lot of clarity in whatever you speak. Second, that evoking smile on your lips brings in that emphatic facial expression that glue the audience to whatever you speak. So I'm looking forward to your next speech. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So with this, the evaluation for all the three speakers has come to an end. But now let us have the report from our tag team. And for that, first I will invite Toastmaster Praveen with his timer report.
Yes,
Toastmaster Praveen.
thank you. Yes, thank you, General Evaluator. So I will present my report. So first segment was the prepared speeches, in which all the three speakers have qualified. They were within the time limit. So all the three speakers were within the time zone and within the green zone. And in the table topics segment, all the speakers were qualified. All the speakers were within the green zone. And in the evaluation segment, only Toastmaster Pravat and Toastmaster Lucky qualified and were within the time limit. So thank you.
Okay. Next report is for the AHA counter. The role was taken by Toastmaster Amit Kumar. Toastmaster Amit? Yes.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Means filler word and pause I observe and listed. Toastmaster Manoj Lanka, number of pause 2 times. Filler word, there is no any filler words. Toastmaster Dasrath Kohli, number of filler words 0, number of pauses 3 times, and he thumbled at one place. Toastmaster Prabhat Ranjan, filler words 7 and number of pauses 3. Table topic is speaker Toastmaster Danish, filler word 4, number of pauses 7. Table topic is speaker Toastmaster Reena, filler words 9 and number of pauses 8. Toastmaster Ashok, filler words 8 and number of pauses 5. Toastmaster Satya, number of pauses 3, and Toastmaster Sarika Das, number of filler words 13 and number of pauses 9. That's all.
Okay, thank you. A big
Thank you
to my tag team. Now let me also serve something sweet and something soft. I'll do. Let me see what can I say about the whole meeting. In fact, we had a wonderful meeting today. Improvement in the quality of meeting is clearly evident since last few weeks, since last few meetings. Those who are attending regularly, those they will agree with me. Sa started the meeting on time, which is very important. Welcomed everyone, reiterated the mission of the club and set the ground rules very well. He did full justice to his role. Presiding officer officially opened the meeting, welcomed everyone, interacted with guests, introduced the Toastmaster of the day very well. It was a great opening by presiding officer. I feel two announcements were made. One was of TD contest, table contest, which we are going to hold in future. It is good to announce that in the beginning of the meeting so that everyone comes to know right from the beginning itself. But for the second point, I would like to say something because it was a club related thing. So that about resignation and nomination of treasurer again. It could have been done at the end of meeting when it comes to the presiding officer once again for announcing the awards. This announcement could have been done later. Then Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shree, what to say about him? Was absolutely flawless, sticked to the theme throughout the meeting of Independence Day, made it interesting and interactive. With all his actions, he proved that he is an excellent orator and a seasoned Toastmaster. He also told about the various segments of the meetings and how the meeting will progress. He introduced all the speakers, evaluators. Kudos to Toastmaster Shree. A big round of applause. Then the whole tag team explained their roles excellently by observing the speeches, making the minute observations and presenting them when called upon. One thing I feel that, okay, we share word of the day in the chat box, but it could be fair enough if we share it in the morning of the meeting day itself, so that everyone gets more time to think about it and can use. This is my view. And at the time of meeting, we can just put it in the chat box so that reiteration of the word of the day or phrase of the day will save the time. Coming to general evaluation, here is something which I want to say something. First speaker was to start his speech at 8:20 p.m. While it started on 8:30 p.m. So 10 minutes late we started. Evaluation was to start at 9 p.m. It started at 9:10 or 9:12 p.m. Everything went well, but it is important to start the meeting on time. It is equally important to end the meeting on time. What I suggest is, see, we all have defined or detailed agenda with us right from the beginning, right from one day before. If we can have that agenda ready in a mobile or second system, however we can have throughout the meeting, so that we can come to know the time, and because we know at what time which event or which segment is to start and at what time it is to be finished. And to me, there are only two roles. One is Toastmaster of the day and one is table topic master. These two roles are there, who can a little bit, they can be flexible with their timings, and they can contribute in adjusting the time, either by reducing the table topic or by reducing or by talking less on the theme, or maybe anything. But these two roles, they can contribute in controlling the meeting time, total meeting time, in a better way. This is what I suppose. And one more thing, in the speech agenda, whosoever prepares it, the speech segment is given 20 minutes, 8:20 to 8:40. See, 20 minutes means all speakers will take at least 6 to 7 minutes. If we take 7 minutes, it means 21 minutes will be taken by the speakers. But before calling the speakers, evaluator has to come to say something about purpose of the speech and objective of the speech, and even TMOD has to call them. So this time also has to be considered while preparing the agenda. So 8:20 to 8:40, or instead of giving 20 minutes, we can give 25 to 27 minutes. Because for 3 evaluators to call upon to have their say, it takes 5 to 7 minutes. So while preparing agenda, we can take care of that. Maybe for the next meeting, we will give a thought on that. So this is all about, in all, overall, we had a wonderful meeting. Listen to excellent speakers. Quality of the meeting. Yes, Ravinder, please.
Toastmaster Ashok, Nirmala report is still pending. Grammarian report. Kindly share.
Yeah, oh, I'm sorry. I skipped Nirmala. Okay. Before I end, just to save myself, I can say that Nirmala, you might have observed me also from the perspective of a grammarian. So let me know also my mistakes. Okay, I'm sorry. With this, I invite Toastmaster Nirmala with grammarian report.
Thank you, Evaluator. Before giving my report, I would like to tell that Toastmasters is doing fabulous job from the starting to end. How our independence journey is going on through 1857 Sipavidya to our till now is really awesome. Giving the setup way, constructive way this meeting is going on, he did. And next, would like to tell Toastmaster Ravinder Kaur how beautiful way, but creative way he used the autonomy word in his table topic session. And really, thanks because of that. And my report, Toastmaster Satya, Toastmaster Prabhatranjan, and Toastmaster Lucky used autonomy word in his speech. And Toastmaster Prabhat used vegans. They're very good uses was vegans, present my vision, entral, and Toastmaster Manoj, very good use of phrase like bundle of joy, resting in tombstone, actively in inactive, actively in inactive. Toastmaster Prabhat Dasrat Kohli, he used jungle, can be used as a forest in Hindi language, and where others phrase like can be mess or can be message for everyone. Where there is a will, there is a way is good use of phrase. Next, TM Danish, right to speak is a good use of word. TM also has to be can be used, has to be changed. And TM Ashok Gokhale beautifully way give evaluator, and that is really, and that is from my end. Thank you, evaluator.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Nirmala. Again, once again, my apologies. I failed to call you before me. Okay, my apologies. Now with this, coming to the theme, and I would like to say on 2 lines, as someone requested me before we started the meeting to say few lines about the theme. I would say only 4 lines. Would like to sing them. It relates to theme of the day. है वतन हमको तेरी कसम, तेरी राहों में जहाँ तक लुटा जाएंगे। है वतन हमको तेरी कसम, तेरी राहों में जहाँ तक लुटा जाएंगे। फूल क्या चीज है तेरे कदमों में, हम भेंट अपने सरों की चढ़ा जाएंगे। वतन. Thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shree. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ashok, for that wonderful general evaluation that you did. And then the song that you presented to us in the memory of our, martyred soldiers. With that being said, I have the final segment of the presentation now. Yes, here it is. We have achieved our independence, but the revolution always continues. The revolution will be there. Since I actually mentioned earlier that we are still not free yet, are we really free yet? Hence, the ideas of Shahid Bhagat Singh and his mates is very important. The revolution, the fire of revolution should always be burning within you. And how do you do it? The phrase was termed as Swaraj. Now, Swaraj is not a specific word related to a specific religion or a caste or a kind of people, but it actually means self-rule, and self-rule for each and every individual present on this planet, not just for Indians. Self-rule for every human being. He has the basic right to breathe, to eat, to live on this planet peacefully. That is called self-rule. To that extent, if we ensure the kind of Swaraj is only when we are free. But how do we do it? It takes generally 15 to 20 years to create one well-rounded individual by their parents so that they can contribute to the society, to the country that you are living in. Hence, it's very important for us to educate our youth because we have the highest number of youths. India is not going to be the booming power. It is actually the booming power. Hence, with that being said, once we achieve that mark, the Vishwa Guru mark, the global leader that we actually are, once we reclaim our lost honor, is only then we should be saying that our independence, the blood shed by those beautiful superheroes, has fruitfully accomplished the task. That's exactly when I would be proudly saying that I am now independent. With that being said, I would like to hand this over to Toastmaster Ravinder, the presiding officer for this meeting. Toastmaster Ravinder, over to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, TMOD, Toastmaster Shree, for conducting this beautiful meeting on the occasion of Independence Day. So thank you all the Toastmaster as well as the guests for attending this meeting, and congratulations to all the teams who have played the different roles, be it the TMOD, be it the general evaluator, timer, or counter, or the grammarian roles. So kudos to all. So with this, I conclude this meeting number 103 officially. Thank you. Sergeant at Arms, kindly launch the poll. I request everyone to kindly vote. Sergeant at Arms, if results are ready, then kindly let me know. Till then, we can interact with our guest so that they can share their feedback. Kindly unmute yourself. Requesting everyone who want to share the feedback of today's meeting, so kindly be open.
Yeah, just one small thing to general evaluator. I really am sorry. I just didn't pay attention to the agenda. I was under the impression that this is a 2 hours meeting. So, I went on to talk for a while, making sure that it extends to the 10 p.m. mark. So I just didn't pay attention. So yeah, apologies on that. And the next time I play the TMOD, I will definitely pay attention to the timings.
Sure. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day.
And thank you everyone to put whoever put the background as the Indian flag. It was just really very encouraging while I was speaking, while I was like looking at people. So it was really encouraging. Thank you so much.
Sarika, are you there? Kindly share your feedback, as this was your first meeting.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So today we have got to know about what's Independence Day, as well as what I have got to know that from Toastmaster Dashrath, that when we don't have a way, we have to make it. And secondly, from the learning we have learned from Toastmaster Prabhat is that what's the actual vision of Toastmaster Club, and what are the roles of here. So overall, that's a good learning experience for today's session, and that's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sarika, for this wonderful feedback. Anyone else who want to share?
Like Toastmaster Sri was contributing, that the freedom that we enjoy now is the result of the sacrifices made by some people some years or hundreds of years ago. So the benefit and comfort of taking this club to a different level, I must take this opportunity to thank those people who are working ceaselessly, untiringly, and voluntarily to take this club to a new heights. And this is the opportunity I would like to extend the equal thanks to those who, because this effort and this attitude also gets reflected in his or her personal life as well. The leadership skills is not taught. This is a forum where we come forward and learn those skills and implement those skills and become improved, better speakers and leaders. So thank you very much for those who are working relentlessly to put in the social media, putting all those efforts and daily words of the day, daily, different uses of words, bringing guests together, inviting people, and many people working behind the screen, but are not visible on the screen that are usually seen. And thank you very much for all of them. So let this club take to a newer height and make it a cherishable one.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prabhat, for these wonderful words. Actually, we all are on the right platform to learn the leadership skills. So Toastmaster Gautam, are the results ready and certificates are ready? So kindly share your screen. Lucky, you want to say something? Toastmaster Lucky, are you there? Yeah. Toastmaster Gautam, you can share the certificates only.
We need few minutes time.
Have you created the certificate?
Yeah, few minutes, ma'am. Usually I have check and
Okay. The Best Evaluator Award goes to Toastmaster Prabhat. Congratulations, Toastmaster Prabhat. And the next award, Best Table Topic Speaker. Kindly scroll the screen.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it's Toastmaster Reena. Congratulations, Toastmaster Reena. And Best Auxiliary Role Player Award goes to, kindly scroll.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
It's Grammarian Toastmaster Nimla. Congratulations to you, Toastmaster Nimla. And the Best Prepared Speaker Award goes to, it's none other than our icebreaker speaker, Toastmaster Dashrath. Kudos to you, Toastmaster Dashrath Kohli. And the last award for the best role player goes to, it's Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Shree. Good. Congratulations, Toastmaster Shree. Thank you, everyone. And once again, congratulations. Let me stop the recording.